Hello my friends, welcome back to my channel, Diamonds and Washi. My name is Katie, and if you're new to my channel, hello, welcome. I hope you'll consider subscribing for lots more diamond painting content, and if you're back, welcome back. Today I'm here with my month in review for the month of March 2023. This is the real one, I promise it's not an April Fool's joke. If you're not sure what I'm talking about, I had a little bit of fun this year, and I know it wasn't everyone's style of humor, but I just thought, let's do something silly this year. I've never done an April Fool's joke like this, especially on my channel, but I did do what I called my month in review video for March, and the joke was just that I had completed like 30 kits in 30 days or 31 kits in 30 days. And I was just showing you a bunch of kits that was actually mostly kits that I completed like in months and years past. And then a bunch of kits from my friend Jade that she brought over that I acted like were my finishes. So I don't think that'll ruin the silliness that is that video and your enjoyment of that video. If you haven't seen it and want to go take a look, it gets pretty unhinged, but it was a lot of fun. This video, on the other hand, truly is my recap of the month of March. And I really enjoy doing these videos, the real ones, because it's just a fun way to look back on the kits that I've completed for the month and give you guys kind of a mini set of post reviews, because I don't have the ability to do full dedicated post reviews for every kit. This is a snapshot look at these kits, how they look finished and stuff like that. And I'll link to all of them below. If they're in stock, you can go snap them up or sign up for restock notifications depending on the kit. But with that said, in the month of March, I did complete 5 diamond paintings. So keep in mind, a couple of those I took into the month as whips. So it's a little bit of an asterisk in that way. I have 3 whips in total going into the month of April, though at this point, we're about a week into the month of April, so you're actually gonna see some finishes and further progress on kits than I actually had at the very beginning of the month, because I am filming this a little bit late. As far as content goes, I had 21 videos go up on my channel this month, a huge wide variety of content, lots of reviews, lots of unboxing, some small shop hauls, some whip and chats. So feel free to head back to my channel kind of homepage if you want to take a look at some of my past content for the month and see if anything catches your eye. So let's dive into what my finishes were for the month. Even though this is the one that's in front of you, this actually was not my first finish for the month, but my first finish for the month I'll put up on the screen here. It's rather large. I cannot fit it all in frame, and actually it's packed away at this point, but this was the second panel for my cross-stitch conversion project, and I did a full update video where I showed you that canvas and showed it next to the first panel. That's the best spot to go to see me go really in depth on that kit, but that is my really epic and long-term project. I don't really know how long it's going to take. I anticipate at least another year because I'm working on so many other projects around it. But I was really excited to finish the second panel and get officially to 25% completion on the whole chart. The chart itself is called Once Upon a Fairy Tale. It's from the artist Amy Stewart, and I got this cross-stitch chart from Heaven and Earth Designs, and I'm converting it to a diamond painting on a blank canvas. And it has been a really unique and fun challenge and has been a really wild ride so far. I'll point you over to that video where I did an update and really talked about it a lot more if you're curious. But spoiler alert, I have a bit of the third panel that I worked on that I'm going to be showing you guys later in the video as one of my whips going into next month. Or rather this month technically, because it's April. But my second finish of the month, you guys, is this beauty. This is Glass Mermaid, and I do have my logbook here. This is where I track my projects, my completed diamond paintings and stuff like that. It goes back all the way to the beginning of my journey, which I just hit my 3-year diamond painting anniversary. Not in April Fool's, that was on April 1st, was when I first put diamonds down on my very first diamond painting kit, and I was a crafter born of the pandemic. That's when I started diamond painting, and I've never looked back, but it was fun to celebrate 3 years and realize I completed, I think it was 118 kits in 3 years. So we'll see what the next 3 years have in store. But anyway, so I do have this logbook, and I just make notes on like what I loved about the kit, things about my experiences working on the kit, the stats, my start and end dates. If I participated in any events, like this one, I participated in Mermaids and Magic 2023, hosted by Crafting with Shay, and You Can Call Me Butter. And then the Emerald Along, which was hosted by Lindsay at Emeralds and Fairy Lights. This had enough green in it. Truly, it actually had a ton of green in it that it totally qualified for that too. It was 65 by 65 centimeters, 53 colors, square drills. It was my 116th finish of all time. 15th finish of all time. It was my 116th start. 2023, it was number 9. Finished number 9 for the year. This was fun. I'm like, it's funny because I feel like I blocked out a little bit of it because I did burn myself out just a little bit on this kit because I was trying to complete it as quickly as possible, which I do not recommend. As much as people like to tease me about how fast I diamond paint, I only do that because most of the time I really enjoy it. Like, I'm not pushing myself. This, I pushed myself. I don't know why. I just did. I thought that I should be done with it faster than I was. And as it was a 1-week kit. I shouldn't complain. The pure confetti just took kind of a lot out of me, but that's a me problem. So I don't think of that as truly like a con to this kit at all, because look at how incredibly beautiful and detailed this kit is. Hello, the confetti paid off in spades. Like, it looks incredible. I was really happy with how this turned out. This was a highly anticipated piece by the artist Dakota Deitweiler, and I am really thrilled with just so much about this kit. I know people have a lot of like really varying opinions about how her skin turned out. I think I did do a full post review on this kit, and I talked about how I really love it. I think that it completely matches sort of the effect of the light coming through and breaking through the surface of the water. It completely works for me in the tone of the whole kit. So anyway, this is my second technically finish for the month. Let me grab my third. My third finish for the month is Mercury from Diamond Art Club and the artist Roy Trin. And this piece was kind of interesting for me, actually. So I had pulled this piece out. You would have seen it as a whip from my last month in review, actually. It was a whip going into the following month. I pulled out this kit specifically because I wanted to work on a kit with fairy dust diamonds, because I was putting together a video that just demoed all of Diamond Art Club's special drills and explained like what the different names meant and what the drills looked like. And I really wanted to demo how that looked on a canvas. And so what I had done was I had picked up this kit and sectioned off like literally like the most beautiful and amazing part of the kit, because there's a bunch of fairy dust diamonds in what she's wearing here. I'll show you up close. These fairy dust diamonds are diamonds that have this glittery effect on the top. Come on, camera, let's focus. We have this coppery one that's really beautiful. And then we have this white, silvery, almost light blue one here. So that's the main reason that I had worked on this kit. Honestly, if not for wanting to do that video and just grabbing a kit that was in stock that had these drills, I think this was from the first release, like the first weekend release that had kits with fairy dust drills. If not for that, I don't know that I would have picked up and worked on this kit, to be honest with you, because it's not like a fandom that I'm into necessarily, and it has a lot of colors that are not necessarily something I might have otherwise enjoyed working on. But I was pleasantly surprised working on this one. It was still really enjoyable to work on. I had a really positive experience with the diamonds. A lot of these diamonds are Diamond Art Club's latest round of diamond upgrades to their square drills, where they have even more facets than before. Before they maxed out at like all their diamonds had 13 facets, and now they've like gone even beyond that. And this kit had a lot of those, which was really nice. They were really uniform in size and shape. And there was a decent amount of color blocking, and the rendering was so pretty. It was so incredibly pretty that I did find myself enjoying working on it a lot more than I thought I would. It wasn't a slog by any means, which I'm really grateful for, because like I said, I otherwise don't know that I would have, picked up this piece to work on. But I'm glad that I did, because I really did enjoy it. So the stats on this one were 50.8 by 76 centimeters. It had 58 colors, including those 2 fairy dust diamonds and 2 ABs, and I thought was just rendered so beautifully. Roy Trin's artwork, while this subject matter might not necessarily be exactly my thing, there's a ton of his artwork that is right up my alley. So such a joy to work on and see how his work translated to diamond painting with Diamond Art Club. All right, let me grab my next finish. So next up, the other next finish I have to share with you for this month is this cute little snack size kit. This is Elephant Joy. It's by the artist Rachel Froud and is licensed by Craft Buddy UK. Now I did misspeak. I actually finished this one. I worked on it immediately after Glass Mermaid before I finished Mercury, but I have the feeling you'll forgive me. After Glass Mermaid, I just really wanted something snack size, lots of like these kinds of colors and some color blocking, round drills. This totally fit the bill and was a new to me company, which was really fun. So this is really itty bitty 21 by 25 centimeters, and it's a partial. If you call a painting a partial, that means that there's not diamonds covering the full surface of the painting. There's some painted background. By contrast, if there are diamonds covering the whole thing, like the past two kits I've showed you, we call those full as opposed to partial. So anyway, I thought this was so cute. I did do a full post review on this one that you're welcome to go and take a look at. You can see that it actually came with a picture frame. It looks like it's really designed to like sell in retail stores, even though you can get it online. It came like in this box and it even had like the hanging bit. I was like, this is totally set for retail. But the material itself here, it's not a canvas, it's actually a thick cardboard. And this was really easy to work up. It was like a 24-hour project for me, and not in the joking way that I said that in my April Fool's video. This is a 24-hour project with all that color blocking, and it was just so happy and so relaxing to work on. Unfortunately, I'd gone and looked at the website when I did the post review for this kit, and I didn't see this on the website any longer, though they do still have other pieces by Rachel Froud. So maybe they just discontinued this piece for whatever reason. I mean, I did notice that the coloring of like the diamonds on here is a bit darker than it appears both on the box as well as in the image on the website. So I'm like, maybe did they discontinue it to correct that? I'm not sure, but I really enjoyed working on this one, and it brought me joy, which is good because its name was Elephant Joy. This was technically my second finish for the month, the third that you're seeing, or fourth. I'm totally out of order. It doesn't matter, but I was just going to mention that this was my 116th finish overall and 10th finish for the year. So I'm going to move that to the side and grab my next finish to share with you. So my fifth and final finish for the month is this absolute stunner. This is Marielle from Randa's Crafty Corner. I just posted a reveal and post review of this kit on my channel just a couple of days ago, and I'm sure that if you watched that you heard just my sheer delight at how this turned out. I am completely wowed and so blown away. This is one of Randa's Crafty Corner's launch kits. They just launched diamond paintings. They have two kits, this one and one other that's actually with square drills. Both are by the same artist, which is Nemeria Art. And both are, I think, this size of like 50 by 50 centimeters. They are hand charted, which is, I think, incredibly clear based on this amazing rendering. Can we please talk about the movement and colors and textures in her hair and how incredibly it's been captured? Can we talk about the perfect charting of the ABs in this kit? We have red ABs in the flowers and white ABs scattered throughout the trim, as well as some in her headpiece and her ears. The render is out of this world. I am blown away. I cannot believe that this is part of a company's launch. Like, it's like they just skipped all the growing pains. I am so incredibly happy with how this turned out, and it just makes me feel really good and really excited about buying from Randa's Crafty Corner when they release more kits, which I hear there are more on the way. She's most well known for her scented putty and other diamond painting accessories, but she has a really good eye for detail and attention to like quality. So I'm not shocked that this was high quality, but I am so happily surprised at how top-notch quality this is. So I was just looking at this the other day and saw, just yesterday really, and saw that she has this listed in her Etsy shop, but it's up for pre-order at this point. I'm telling you guys, go jump on that pre-order list like now, like leave this video and go do it, because I just think this is a stunner. And like I said, I'm dying to see what else she's going to be releasing. So it was also a treat to get to work on a kit from another new to me company. You'll hear me talk about this a lot on my channel, just about how a core value of mine and what I feel like I want to bring to the community and bring to you guys is a really wide variety. I want you to see a variety of diamond paintings from a huge variety of diamond painting companies, because there are so many amazing options out there now. And I want you to be able to see, like, okay, this is what a kit might look like from this company. And even if it's not this exact kit that you're looking to get, maybe gives you a sense for their overall quality. And, you know, some things will be the same, like, you know, the canvas material will be the same unless they make like upgrade changes that they communicate, or the drill quality and the fact that they do hand rendering and that sort of thing. So I hope that you find this helpful. I'm going to continue to keep this as a really core value of mine here, but anyway, this is Marielle from Miranda's Crafty Corner. This is my last finish of the month, but I do have a couple of whips that I need to share with you. So let me go ahead and grab one of those for you. Now, my first whip, it was a whip going into the month of April. You guys are going to see the full finished canvas, but since it was technically a whip, I'm showing it as a whip in this section of the video. This is Gloria's Purpose. If you watched my unboxing for this kit, which was a sneak peek, and I actually had completed it and inserted a clip in that sneak peek where you got to see it completed and everything, you would have heard just how excited I was. And I'm just still kind of like in shock looking at this kit and how happy, how ridiculously over the moon that I was that I got to work on this kit, because Loki is my very, very, very favorite Marvel character. I'm obsessed. And when I heard that we were going to be getting Marvel, and I heard that Loki was going to be an option, I was speechless. So this kit, it is still in stock as of the time of this filming, actually, because the Marvel release was just earlier this week. Like I said, we're a week into April at this point. But this is 55.8 by 70.7 centimeters. It has 59 colors, square drills, and I am so ridiculously happy with the rendering. I did make some changes, which, if you've been around a little bit, you may have heard me talk about how just generally I don't tend to do like enhancement drill swaps on my canvases, because I don't personally find it to be very enjoyable. I don't know why. It takes a lot more brain power than I typically want to put into my crafting. But I was so obsessed with this kit, and I love like all of the story and the lore and everything behind it. I thought when I unboxed it, I was like, what would it be like if we changed all of the Infinity Stone, the Mind Stone, which is one of the Infinity Stones. What if we change this all to crystals? Like, so that it glowed, because it's glowing. And so I hopped on over to DPUS Sparklers and ordered a ton of special diamonds in various shades of blue, because for some of them there were exact DMC matches, for others there were not. And so I wanted to have lots of options. So I ordered like 10 different square crystal colors that I could work with them. And then I had some clear crystals I ended up swapping in, because there were white ABs charted here, and I didn't like the look of the white ABs next to the crystal. I just thought that the finishes were clashing a little bit. So I took out the white ABs and put in a clear crystal that I had a bag of them that I don't remember where they were from. It's possible they were from DPUS Sparklers, but I'm not positive. Anyway, I'm really happy with how it turned out, actually. So this was technically a whip going into the month of April, because I was stretching it out as long as I could. I think I had left like this row and maybe like half of this row, I think, is where I was at when I went into the month of April. So anyway, this was technically a whip. You're going to see it again in next month's month in review, because it will have been a finish for the month of April. So this is my first of 3 whips going into the month. My second whip that I have going into the month, again, I just had a little bit of this one done when April 1st rolled around. Like, I think I just had a few sections, maybe the first row done. This is June Blooms. It's by the artist Margaret Morales. It's from DIY Moonshop, or Die Moonshop. It's from their most recent round of upgrades. I ordered this, I think, a bit less than a year ago. was it 6 months ago? So if you ordered this kit in this size today, I think this is probably what you would get as far as like the canvas material and the render and the colors and stuff. It has 35 colors. It says 36, but that's because they give you the option of, they give you 310 as a regular drill and as an AB. I've decided to just use the regular drill. They include both though, so you have that option. I got this in 50 by 65. Like I said, they offer multiple size options, and I got this one with round drills. I think at the time that I ordered this, they only had this one size option because as they've gone through some changes, that's kind of changed like what's been available and stuff like that. I don't want to get too much into how I'm feeling about this canvas so far, just for reasons that may or may not be obvious to you if you're looking at this in the camera. But I will, I suppose, have some more thoughts on that later. But I was really, really wanting to work on a piece by Margaret Morales, and she's just, she's licensed with DIY Moonshop. So this was the one I was in the mood to work on. I love the original artwork, and hopefully I'll get this finished up soon, and we'll see how it looks once it's all completed. But yeah, this is my second whip going into April, and I just kitted it up at the very end of the month. So more on that later. And last but certainly not least, my third whip that I have going into the month of April is the third panel in my cross-stitch conversion project. So I was working on this the past few days, and so technically I think that on April 1st, I really just had like a couple of columns done, like not less than half of this. But like I said, I've been working on it the past few days, and that's been really fun. So it's you can tell it's pixelated, but actually through the camera, it's not terrible. And I'm not cringing at the pixelation here at all, because for this cross-stitch conversion project, it's going to have a total of 8 panels in this size. Like, look how long this is. We're going to have 8 panels at this size. And so imagining that you're having to stand back far enough that you can actually see all 8 panels at once, or get all 8 panels in frame. At that kind of distance, I'm like, is that gonna be like 10 feet, like 20 feet? Like, what's that even gonna be? These details are gonna consolidate, and it's gonna make sense. If you actually are looking at this, if you squint your eyes just a little bit, your eyes will make more sense of it even. It's an interesting like effect. I definitely think it's a computer rendered chart, but I have been really enjoying the process of working on it, and I'm excited to have started the third panel. Like I said, I split this chart into 8 panels to work on to make it a little bit more manageable, but they're still quite chunky boys. They're big panels, but I am just really actually thoroughly enjoying the process of seeing it come together. So I don't know that I'll finish this by the end of the month. That would be really wonderful if I did, but I am not going to make any promises because often I make promises that I can't keep, but it would be really nice. I'd have to spend quite a lot of time on it to get through this, because working on a cross-stitch conversion, you're reading a chart, counting, placing the diamonds. Just by nature, it is a lengthier process. It just takes more time, more effort to make progress on a cross-stitch conversion, as opposed to like your regular run-of-the-mill diamond painting kit. But speaking of goals for April, I have a few just really small things. Like I said, I do want to spend time on this. I don't want to lose momentum, particularly because this is the last month before I am going to have 3 months straight of events. So I just announced that I'm going to be hosting a Marvel themed event in the month of May called Marvelous May, that I'm partnering with Diamond Art Club to put on. And I am planning to just have like one of those Marvel kits. I picked out 2 from the release in addition to Loki. I bought 2 others. So I'm going to pick one of those to work on throughout the month of May. But I hope that won't like take up a ton of time away from working on other projects. But I'm also in full swing of planning Summer with the Masters this year, which that event announcement just went up recently as well. This year I'm co-hosting with Anthony from Single and Placing, and I am so stoked. We have been chatting and brainstorming and thinking things out so that we're really ready to hit the ground running by the time June 1st rolls around. I do want to put out a suggestion to you guys though, if you think you want to participate in Summer with the Masters, and if you think you might want to get a custom, I would order that ASAP because a lot of these shops have longer turnaround times for customs. That's just kind of how it goes, because they'll send out mock-ups to you and it has to go through a special ordering process. You don't have to be ready to start right on June 1st, but if you do, I would suggest ordering your custom sooner rather than later. There are tons of other shops that offer prepackaged Old Masters kits though, so you don't have to go that route. If you don't want to get a custom, you can get a prepackaged kit. I'll link to the announcement video below and to Anthony's announcement video so you can check him out and subscribe if you haven't already. He does some really wonderful diamond painting content too. But yeah, I'd love to have you join me for Marvelous May, if that's your jam, of course, and for Summer with the Masters in June as well. So stay tuned for more info on those, but those are really kind of the main things I have. I want to just hold this month loosely, work on projects that bring me joy, and yeah, it's a busy season of life right now. So anyway, stay tuned for hopefully lots more fun content coming. That kind of wraps up my recap and month in review for the month of March. Thanks for being here. Let me know in the comments below, what did you work on in March? Is there anything that you're really excited about, either that you did in March, that you have coming up in the upcoming month? I would love to hear about it below. But otherwise, I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys go. Thanks for watching. Hit the like button on the way out if you don't mind. And of course, if you're not already subscribed and want to stay up to date with all my diamond painting content, feel free to hit the subscribe button just down here and the bell to be notified when I share new videos. All right, my friends, have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll chat with you in the next one. Bye.